I wasn't expecting company, but if you stay out of the shrubs and flower beds, you could stay.
Give them a wave, Pops, now that you've invited them in. We're two old guys who enjoy playing Sandbox and survival games together. I'm Uncle Craig. Go ahead and sit down. Let's visit for a while.
My goal with this build was to get one of the goals was to get the centered, the column that I have there, the big stone pillar in the center, the stack of foundations. And I did this on our server in Selene, so I was following the same pattern. And then I stumbled on somebody's wonderful content, and I went ahead and linked it, which shows how to actually get to the very center of the build without all the effort that I'm putting into it. So I'm actually going to start over because I think I'll get a better foundation laid as well. It's kind of a little staggered there. The blocks are big, so I can't quite get it to smooth out a little bit. I think I'll be able to do a little better with this other approach, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, which means I'm going to tear all this down. I'm going to build a bunch of chests, fill them up with all of the raw materials, and I'll get this torn down and get that all in place. Then I will come back with you guys and show you how we're going to get started on this. I will also, after I tear this down, collect all of the initial supplies I'll need to at least lay the foundation. Afterwards, we'll be able to put this pillar up in the very center, and I'll get the stairs. Right now we have ladders, but I'll get the stairs set in a better way also. So I'll go and get that started, and I will be back with you shortly. Well, that's that. Everything we had up to this point, everything we own fits in those 18 simple chests. We took it all down. Now, the spot is still there. The plot is still in place. And what I'm going to do is leave it there for the first part of this build. I'm going to get that center located. And then what I'm going to do is take the plot up, I'm going to delete it, and then I'm going to reset it right at the center. So there's a way that you can line up, and I'll show you when I do it. You can line up your cursor so that it's at just the right spot on one of the blocks we put down, so that should be the very center of our plot. And I'm going to make sure that we keep our chests within that area. So I may even move it a little bit over. It might include a couple trees there. We tried to keep all the trees outside of our plot, but I might actually include a couple of them in the plot as we lay it down this next time. So anyway, I'm going to go on to the next step here now. So when we laid down our plot the first time, we were thinking in terms of coming out to an area where we had the rock, kind of toward the edge, and off of the trees. I'm having second thoughts on that. We're going to build everything pretty high up. We'll have some area down below that will be open and might be open where those trees are, but most of it's going to be built up pretty high. So I think I'm going to change my mind on that and actually move the center to somewhere right around here. That'll do a couple things. One, we'll be able to get even more height in this area compared to the other builds. We'll be able to get more height on our build. We won't be off over the cliff side, over the edge, and we will still have the trees that we'll be able to log, and we still will be able to go over by that cliff edge and get a little bit of interesting construction there. So in order to do that, I've got to lift up my plot. I got to delete it. So we're going to come here and click my plot and release and type delete and click the confirm button, and my plot is gone. And now I'm going to say claim. We're going to claim just in here anywhere. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific because we are going to move it one more time. Now what I'm going to do is in the construction, you notice I have these triangles I can use. This will give me a much better center. I'll show you how. And then we can build and still get some height on our foundation, but we'll be able to place this foundation piece, I believe, dead center on this piece here, or I can wait later and build it up using a pillar that you'll see later. either way, I think we're going to get a much better build. It's the first time for me, so this will be a learning process for all of us. But let's see here. Let's put it right about there. Seems pretty level. I'm looking at how far above the ground it is on all 3 points, and I'm going to put the center, one of the points this direction. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is release that plot again. Type delete. Confirm. And then I'm going to claim a plot, and I'm going to put the cursor. Let me get it out of my hand here for a moment. Claim a plot, and I'm going to put the cursor right there. The tip of the top part of the triangle. Okay, now let's take a look here. How close we are. I got my hammer in my hand. I'm going to take the camera, point it straight up, press the W, hold Alt, and scroll wheel forward. Then I'm going to scroll wheel back again and turn my camera down. And we should be pretty close to center. I think I'm going to assume that point is center. So now with that one set there, we're going to take the triangular pieces and put those in place here. Point at the tip there. And I'm going to want to do what I did before. I'll come down. Can't tell if that's a little below the ground, so we're going to put it up to right there. But I do want to keep them as low as I can, but not underground. That one looks okay right there. That one I'm going to have to come up a little bit. Can't see that side there. There we go. Right there. Right there. Okay. So do that, and we'll kind of do that throughout this build. Now what I'm going to do is take the stone foundation, the square ones, and I'll just grab a corner there. Just in a place, do the same thing. Has to be right there. I think that can be lower. Yeah, right there. And I'll point at this corner so I can put one on this side. Can't quite. That's a little bit below the surface.
Like, subscriber, get off my lawn.
Right there. Come around here. I don't think I can drop this one down at all. And then we'll point at this corner here. And you can see that we'll have some trees coming through the foundation. I'm not too worried about that. In fact, I've noticed sometimes it's kind of nice to have a tree that's inside your build. You can get wood whenever you need it. I actually need some stone and clay. Let's get a couple of stacks of clay and 4 stacks of stone. It's 2 stone for each clay. Hey, there we go. Now you can probably see what we're going to do next. We're going to fill in with the triangular stone foundation. Again, I'm going to try to get them in a place where I could see it well. It's just a little below the grass there, so I'll bring it up here. Oh, it's way below. There. This one's going to be hard to tell, so I'm just going to put it even with the other blocks. I assume that it's got to be there. So again, we haven't lost any progress. We still have everything that we had before. We're just rebuilding a little bit here, just reconfiguring things. We needed to get this right anyway before I could really move on to the other things that I want to build here and show you how we're going to build with a good foundation in the center and then extend everything off of that. So we really haven't lost anything. We've gained a little bit, gained some knowledge, gained some experience. So this is good. So that's looking good so far. So now I'll show you how we're going to extend this out. Again, following the video I provided the link to in the Just 5 More Minutes channel. Really got to thank them for this design idea. I never would would have come up with this on my own. And they don't necessarily lower things down to the lowest level they can. That's my own little twist on this. But how to set these pieces up is definitely all their video. So I really appreciate that content. Got that. So it's kind of going out like a star. As I'm doing this, I'll also let you know, just five more minutes has some other good build content there. So if you're into learning neat ways to build and seeing what kind of things other people have come up with, we've got some good stuff, good content. Okay, right here, I think we'll just go right there, and that's that. So now we're out like this. Next, we're going to put triangles the opposite direction on either side of these that we just added. So get this lined up. There we go. Well, I could almost be talked into lowering that one more. I'm not going to. This one we will a little bit. You can see we're going to get a little more variance in the foundation, which is something I was looking forward to as well. I do this from up here. I can't quite see what I'm doing there. I think I could take that one down one more level. I'm going to try. Nope. That's close. I'm going to... Where'd it go? There it is. Can't tell. There we go. I'm going to put it there and take a look. Boy, it's close. I'm going to raise it up just... Well, you know what? Let's leave it there. I don't mind a little grass coming through. You can see on some of those other blocks that I put in. Got a little grass coming through, but I don't want that much ground coming through this one though. Yeah, so you have the flowers coming through. That's nothing we can do about that. All right, so now we get this shape. Now you can see I can put solid blocks. Now the square blocks, if I get enough clay and stone. So let's go get some more of that. 2 and 4. And we'll put these square pieces in. You might be wondering how this is fitting in our plot so far. You can see there, it looks pretty close to being dead center, if not right on the money. I can't get the corner there. Right, here's where I want. Thank you. Too much. Right there. This one here. Right there. So there we are so far. Getting close to the edge. So now to get the last row on. I think it'll fit. Look, let's take a look. Yep, it's going to be one more row. That'll take us out to there. So you can see we're pretty much going to fill the whole plot. We're going to take the square foundations and we're going to put one here, this triangle, and put one right next to it. We're going to leave a gap here. And whoops, you know what? I didn't select the level that I wanted for those. This gets a little, there's a lot of thinking for this next set. Or a lot of paying attention, I should say, especially for an old guy. There. I'm going to leave a gap right here. We're going to put Is that too low? It's about right. Look at that. I'm gonna put this one here. We're gonna leave that gap. Can't tell if that's too low or not. Nope, that's about right. That's too low. And leave a gap. One here. You can see it's. Let me put my hammer away. You can see it's getting pretty uneven at some points, and that's okay. This gives this character. That's what I'm looking for. This one here. I'm gonna go right there. It's not quite on the ground. It's just got the grass. Some of these areas I probably could have got a little bit lower. Just want it above the ground, really. Don't mind the grass bleeding through. Okay, so there we go. Now you can see this section that's left now is kind of a parallelogram. So we're going to use 3 triangles. Again, I didn't come up with this. 5 minutes more. Really got to give them credit for this. At least that's where I learned it. Let's go get some more nice rock. And taking more of our resources. I have a feeling it's because we are covering more evenly the entire plot. Let's keep that one up. This one in the middle. I'm going to redo that. I don't know why I went and selected the triangle again. That's one I've got. Well, it's really being finicky. Right there. I'll put it right there, I think. I could go lower, but I'm going to leave it there. I could put that low, but I'm going to stick it right there. And this one, let's just drop that down a little extra. Makes a little nice little lowest spot on the build. So there we go. There's our foundation. Let's see how close it is to the center. There's my center that I'm standing on. Got my hammer out. Press F7. Go up. Speed things up a little bit. Slow them down. Turn the camera. And oh, how did I get there? All right, let's back this up. There, look at that. Look at that. Very pleased. We'll get those other sides now. Over on the right. And then in this very center right here, by the way, we can put a column. And that will be the main part of the stability. It's going to be that column. Not sure if that's under the ground or just below the grass. Yeah, I don't like that. I'll put it right there. That probably could do a little lower. No. Ground's kind of bleeding through there. Right there. This one. Right here. That I can't really tell, but I think that's below the surface too. There you go. This here. This right there. And we'll put this one in right here. I can change them later too if I don't like the height. I can always adjust it, but let's go that for now. Okay. These are actually the lowest spot on the whole plot right here. The flowers coming through. We could actually do a nice little wood thing. We could put a little wood frame around that. It would look like a flower box. All right, so there we go. That's our new plot. Now the problem is we need to quickly take down our public chests over there. So let me go do that before somebody comes over and takes advantage of these being exposed here. As I was doing this, I realized I have one more gap to fill in. Some of you probably noticed that already. This one right here. Okay, now we've got that filled in. We're getting this up just in time. I see someone is now logged in and playing in the area. Arctic Chaos. They're pretty nice folks, so I don't think they'd cause us any trouble. But I feel better getting this done before anybody really has an opportunity to take advantage. Whoops. Right. I think I have enough left, inventory space left to go ahead and pick up these foundation pieces and this basic carpenter's workbench. There we go. There's our new spot. Might adjust the height a little bit on some things, especially right here on the front. I may convert these into stairs, for instance. I think that would be helpful. Up here, we won't need to do that. And we'll kind of know where to put the stairs and such once we get some of the other things in place, the walls and supports and stuff. You'll see what I'm talking about here. So next time we'll do a little more moving in. We'll put some crafting tables in some places we think they will work fairly well. We'll start building up this center a little bit, I hope, soon. My skill in carpentry still is only 6, I think. Carpentry, I'm 7 now. So if I go up 2 more levels, I think I will finally have the piece I'm looking for to put right there. And that will give us our good stability. I may be able to put a solid block in there. No, I think I still need to wait because we're still missing the main piece that we need for right there. Once we have it, we'll be able to do a much better job there in the center. So anyway, there you go. Moved in, filled our plot, and we'll see where we go from here. Hope to see you in game, guys. Have fun.